Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Stokes. I've been in clinical practice since 2001. For the last 20 years, I've used something called photobiomodulation to help my patients recover from pain, injury, even stress-related conditions. And what makes photobiomodulation so impressive is that it has the ability to help with just about everything. So it can regulate mood. It can help the body regenerate. It can reduce pain. It can even have an effect on the chemicals that help your body create neurotransmitters and even hormones. And another name for photobiomodulation is called light therapy. Now, a long time ago, almost 23 years ago when I started practice, this type of therapy was very expensive. And to get light therapy in your office cost thousands of dollars. Patients would have to make office visits in order to get the treatments. And so it was expensive and it was inconvenient. But a lot has changed with technology since then. And I've had the real pleasure in the last few weeks of using this product from Flikeze. And this is the Photon mask. And this is an extraordinary way to implement photobiomodulation therapy into your own longevity and wellness protocols. I'm going to talk more about this in just a moment. I've been using it with good results. My wife has been using it, and she's had some really amazing things happen that we weren't expecting. But we're going to get to that in just a minute. But first, I want to just talk a little bit about what light therapy is, because once you understand the mechanisms of how this works, I just know you're going to be very impressed like I am. And so we know that light has an effect on the human body. We know, for example, that ultraviolet light, the light we get when we go outside, that is used by the body, and the body makes vitamin D as a result of that. So there's no question that light affects the human body. This is proven science. What's impressive about this is that the light itself has a wavelength. And the wavelength is literally the size of the light. Another way to think of wavelength is with frequency. So different frequencies of wavelengths produce different colors of light. And I wanted you to think of light not so much as illumination, but really as information, because those different colors of light tell the body to do different things. So for example, red light tells the body to repair and regenerate. Yellow light helps with lymphatic flow within the body. Blue light destroys bacteria. Just think of that. We can use a frequency of light, a blue light, and we can actually kill harmful bacteria on our skin. We can do that without any sort of invasive procedure or toxic drug. It's really, really fascinating, I think. And we have also green light. And green light is extra special. Green light has an effect on the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your nervous system that helps you relax, helps you stay calm, helps you digest and heal. And when we expose our body to green light, that's what it does. It amps up that parasympathetic branch of the autonomic nervous system. So it's very helpful for people that are under a lot of stress. What is so impressive about this Flikeze face mask is that it allows us to use all 5 of these different frequencies of light. And it also includes another frequency called near infrared. Now, near infrared is interesting because you can't see near infrared. It's invisible to the human eye. But the effects of it can certainly be felt. Near infrared goes really deep into the body, and it helps with modulating pain. So it reduces how you feel pain, and it stimulates anti-inflammatory chemicals in your body that, of course, help with healing, help with wellness, and help with longevity. We know that inflammation is at the foundation of almost every disease and ailment that we have. So with the Flikeze mask, what they've done is they've allowed you to use a specific frequency of light, for example, red light, and they pair that with near infrared. Now, this is the only tool that I know of that does this, and so we get this synergistic approach to health and healing. What I want to do is talk a little bit more about this device, and I want to explain to you how it works, as well as the 4 different programs that it comes with. The first thing you need to know about this, which makes it so special, is as you can see, it's made of this soft, flexible silicone material. So it's very comfortable to put it on your face. Now, in the past, I've tried some of the more primitive methods of doing this. They're very hard plastic. It's not comfortable. And also, it's not portable. You'll notice that this has a portability to it. So we can put this on the face, and we can then use it while we study, while we meditate, while we walk around and do chores. It makes it so efficient to get this type of therapy. The other thing I want to bring up is that inside of here, we have a 60-degree beam angle. And that is how these LEDs are positioned. And what that means is that we won't get any hot spots. We're going to get a uniform coverage on the face. That's really efficient in how it delivers the therapy. You know, we think of this mask as just treating the face. And yes, obviously you're putting it on the face. That's where it's primarily targeting. But you need to know that when you use light therapy, photobiomodulation on the body, it has a systemic effect on the entire body. So just like if you shine a flashlight into one end of a swimming pool, that light illuminates the entire swimming pool. The same thing happens with light therapy on the body. Even though we use this on the face, it has this systemic effect. It literally helps the entire body become more healthy. And that's what's so amazing. There is something called Hilton's Law. And Hilton's Law basically states that when you affect these superficial receptors that we have on the surface of the skin, we certainly have a lot of these in our face. Well, when you affect those with light, because those receptors have branches that go deeper into the body and connect with other nerve bundles that indirectly connect with organs and basically your entire body, you can have this systemic effect. And I bring that up because, as I mentioned, I've used this device for the last, 4 weeks on my own face because I am from northern Canada. I live in Florida. I'm constantly getting sun damage on my face. I use this to help combat that and to relieve that. But again, as I mentioned, it's not just skin care, it's really cell care for me. But my wife has also been using this, my wife, Catherine, and she used it for, wrinkles and fine lines and things like that. She wanted to look younger, although I think she looks fantastic. But she used it for the last few weeks. She has found that it's made her skin look better. But something remarkable happened. I was getting ready to do this video, and we were talking about this device, this Flikeze Photon mask. And she says, I've noticed that I'm not using my readers anymore. I'm not using my reader glasses anymore to read. And she said, is this in my mind? Is this placebo? How is this possible? I explained to her how this type of light therapy has a systemic effect on the entire body. And I was explaining to her that even though she's using the light primarily on the surface of her face, there are a lot of these little receptors that have collateral branches that connect to a lot of the deeper structures, including the eye. And so that is likely what has happened. And of course, we know that there has been some recent research that shows that red light therapy can have a profound effect on vision. So it's very exciting because, again, you can use this device. You're not shining the light directly into the eyes. The eyes are protected from any sort of radiation from the light therapy. But again, because of this Hilton's Law and because of this systemic effect, you can get all sorts of wonderful results. Now, what I'd like to do is have my wife, Catherine, demonstrate the 4 different modes of treatment that the Flikeze face mask provides. And the first mode is called the anti-aging mode. And this uses red light with near-infrared light, and this activates the mitochondria. And these are the little power plants inside the cells of your body. When they are stimulated with red light, they boost production of something called ATP, adenosine triphosphatase. Now, the ATP is essentially the foundational molecule of energy for the entire body. So anytime ATP goes up, also the activities of the body increase. It optimizes everything. And that's why this is known as the anti-aging setting. It's going to basically really influence repair, regeneration, and overall health. The next setting, mode 2, it's known as the restoration setting, and this uses yellow light with near-infrared light. And yellow light is around 590 nanometers, and it has the effect of encouraging lymphatic drainage in the body. It's known as the sunshine wavelength, and it reduces redness and balances the complexion. The third setting we see is known as brightening, and this uses green light. And I already mentioned this. This is an exciting treatment mode. Green light is approximately 532 nanometers, and it's combined with near-infrared light as well. Now, what green light is going to do, it's going to target those tiny surface vessels. So a lot of people will have these, we call them spider veins around the corners of their nose or in the corners of their eyes. And the green light will help to soothe that and to help reduce those sort of tiny inflamed blood vessels. Also, as I mentioned, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So this is ideal for people who carry stress in their face or anytime you want to just relax and activate that relaxation phase, that relaxation mode of your nervous system. And finally, probably the most impressive treatment mode that the Flikeze Photon mask has to offer is mode 4, known as the acne mode. Now, this is going to combine blue light, which is 415 nanometers, with the red and the near-infrared, and it's all going to work synergistically. The blue light is going to kill bacteria on the surface, and then the red and the infrared, they're going to improve circulation, calm down inflammation. It's going to work together to create clear, resilient, healthy skin. Really incredible, and a lot of fun to use. Now, what I would do is start with just 10 minutes a day. You have to remember that light therapy is cumulative. So we want to start slow and we want to use it consistently to get the results. So just start with 10 minutes a day. On your timer, you can set different times. Start with 10 minutes and start with mode number 1, the anti-aging mode. And this is just the red light with the near-infrared. And as you get used to that and as you build up to that with your body and you see the results, then you can venture off and try some of these other modes as well. And remember, the key is consistency. This Flikeze Photon mask, it's not a gadget, right? This is a precision instrument for regeneration, balance, and longevity. And if you're interested in including this into your own protocols, I'm going to put the QR code on the screen. You can take a picture of this code or you can use the link in the video description and you'll be able to get a special discount and help support the channel and pick up one of these fantastic devices. I'm Dr. Stephen Stokes. Thank you for watching and thank you for taking your health seriously and taking light seriously. Bye-bye.